What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Advantage Breakdown Edition. Today we're doing Duke versus Arizona State. And we're just going to go through a couple of plays and see, how we can break down this game. So, first play of the game, Duke got the ball and they run a stack to get open. Now, on this play, right, we're going to set this screen. Boom, boom. Set a back screen. We have a double screen coming. Right now, what you see on this side of the floor, bless you, Tinks, they're overloading one side on this side of the floor. Okay, so that's automatically an advantage. The double screen is to create a disadvantage for the defense to make them have to recover faster. Now, coming off the screen, you can see that this dive is there, like right as this, you can see it as the play is forming that there's going to be a dive and they're going to be open. Now it's either going to be this dive or it's going to be this three, right? But we're looking for the advantages of both teams. So how can the defense do better on this play? Now I thought about switching. You can't really switch on the double screen, it's harder. This guy would stay here, right, where this bottom guy right here would pick up on the end, right? But it would initially create a mismatch between the big man and this little dude right here, because he would have to pick up my big man. But the one adjustment that would deter them from this play is jumping up on that screen, on that very first screen. So this man that is guarding him, jumping up on that shoulder of the person coming off the screen so that he can't go off the screen, and the only other option is for him to go backdoor for a cut. Right, so now we just ruined the entire play, but now there has to be a rotation that happens. I would actually be okay with that because you have these two on the low side. Now, the main thing is you would have to pay attention to number 9. He's super athletic, and if he's diving to the basket, beware, all right? Because dude is big and he's athletic. So this guy right here would have to be ready to help, and number 44 would have to be in the right spot to help, because now as a defender, because I jumped at high side, I'm now going to be on his back trailing him, right? So I'm going to need a little bit extra help. So now we have to clog up the paint a little bit more to make that play happen. There's too much space in the paint, right? So then that's where it turns into a percentage game, right? Because Cooper Flagg can shoot, right? So if I sag off of him just to clog up the paint, right, I'm putting myself at a disadvantage. But it's like, which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a three-pointer from there? And how good of a three-point shooter is he? Would you rather have a 2 or a 3? How good do they score out of this offense? Stuff like that. That's where that stuff starts coming into play. Next possession, let's look at Arizona. So we're going to come down, a little catch to get it back, a little rub screen. So the thing to look at for this play is this down screen right here. They set this down screen and they do like a little circle thing. I don't know what this is called. Don't ask me. All right. Do this little circle thing. They didn't get it. My man posts up, right? And they're still looking to get him the ball. He posts up. They're still playing good defense. Now, their defenders are long. They're all 6 foot and up. They all have long arms. They're all athletic, all right? So that makes it really hard to get anything, to get good gaps to drive. And it makes it really hard to make certain passes, all of the things, all right? So now we're at 10 seconds on the shot clock. This is really good for Arizona just in scramble mode because they're playing good defense. The ability to do this, the point guard was smart. He gave up the ball for a screen, got the ball back for a re-screen, right? And then now because their post player is staying low, right? He's going to stay low. Now you're available for a nice little midi. That re-screen got him. That re-screen, once you hit that body right in the chest, because he wasn't ready for the re-screen. So that's why it was a really good play. So Duke is really good because on this play, you can see that the big man wasn't ready. This is the problem with this play. Duke is really good. Like, they could score whenever. It's just a regular pick and roll, right? But the big man wasn't ready for the post player to roll so quickly, right? So it's almost like he slipped it. He didn't slip it. He set the pick. But usually, if you play at certain levels, The big man is just used to setting the pick, and they'll hold it, right? They don't really slip it that much unless they're told to. They don't really just do quick rolls, right? Unless they know to. Now my man on defense is turning in a complete circle. And on top of that, my man is aggressive. He's trying to get one for the team, and he's going to be aggressive the whole game. And that's really what you should do on a pick and roll anyways. If you have that gap, is be super, super aggressive, because even if you didn't have that roll, right, I have that layup, or when we get closer to the basket, I can hit you with a lob. So on this next play, we got all this stuff happening right here, right? But this is the part that I want to point out. So he's going to set this fake screen, act like he's going to go set the screen. He's not going to set the screen. He's just going to run past him. So he goes and drives. The problem is the timing and the spacing of this play, right? The timing of the team as a whole is very bad on this play, because why is he standing right here? Right? And why is he standing right here? Okay, so now the spacing, because now if the play is meant for him to drive, your man is standing right here. I don't want people in the paint while I'm trying to drive. All right, your man is standing right here. Also, you're standing right here, and you're standing right here. You should be in the corner. You should be fading up to the top for safety. All right. So now what will happen is, because this big man is always overly rotating, right? He's trying to get his blocks. I know, Tinks. He's trying to get his blocks. And if you watch the whole game, that dude is super athletic. He's on recovery mode. Get close to that basket if you want to. All right. But now, why aren't you in the corner? Because I also have that option to kick it to you as well. This is just, right? We got to be ready. But overall, when I drive, I want to be able to drive and kick if I do not have it. I don't have anybody to kick it to, right? So even if I kicked it out to you, now this guy's still standing too close to me. So I can't kick it. I can't rotate it to him, swing it to him for a shot neither. So like, no matter what, even if I got stuck and this guy was in the right spot, this guy wasn't in the right spot. It's too much. We can't do nothing with that, guys. And then a couple plays later, this is how usually this goes. It's like little mistakes, really. It's, yeah, off the missed basket. Now we don't get back on defense, and now we cannot rotate. All right, so now I don't know where my man is. One of the most athletic dudes in the gym that's got something to prove, all right, gets the ball and is trying to dunk on everybody. That's what happens when, like, we don't pay attention to the details. Every possession matters. So for this last play, I just want to point out, their point guard is really good, by the way. I like, for Arizona State, good point guard. He's got nice pace, bringing the ball up. For this part right here, as we're driving, he's going to come off of this and he's going to get this driving lane. One thing as a coach to pay attention to, or even the player that he's guarding, that number 9 is has been guarding, which is the guy with the locks in his head. He's always recovering back to the basket. He's always trying to get his blocks by the basket. So I want to stand in spots where he's not necessarily going to be able to recover to if I do get the ball, right? So a spot for him would be like in the dunker spot instead of standing right here, right? So let's say this is a different scenario, right? Let's say we're actually under control and we're calm. Instead of shooting this layup, which was already a hard layup, hold on guys. Okay, so instead of shooting this hard layup, which was already a hard layup, whether number 9 was in there or not, if I stopped right here, boom, stop right there, pivot, kick the ball out to this safety for this man coming around right here, he would keep coming around to get the ball, right? Now, because I'm number 21 is going to rotate, is going to move in a space where he can get the ball. Number 21 can either come out to the 3-point line because he shot a 3. I don't know if he can shoot threes. That's up to him and his coaches, right? But he's open. Or, you know, we can get something else. It doesn't have to be that. We don't have to shoot the hardest shots ever. But the problem is when you're playing against really good defense, you get sped up. And we take really hard shots. Like, you want to get the easiest shots possible, especially, you know, against really good defenders. All right, y'all. Tiggs is ready for me to be done, so I'm going to call it. That's the end of the breakdown. I hope you guys liked it. If you did and you learned something from it, paying attention to the details, right? Go ahead and like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. But also, please, 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 take some notes. You can even go in the comments and tell me something that you see, because I don't know everything. I just point out the stuff that I'm seeing, all right?